Okay, hello. Today we are going to be a calculator in Desmos. This is actually pretty early for my videos in the day. It's only 10:30. I happen to find myself free earlier than normal. So let me move this freaking fan. Okay. So let's start by doing the buttons. Let me take this off. We can start by doing the buttons because that's going to be the easiest, most tangible part. Or and I think that starting off with like three buttons would be good enough because we want this to be a proof of concept first. Wow, how am I doing worse than at midnight? Maybe my brain is just learning to operate. So that's our first button, and then second button, third button. So you should be plus that. And then you know what? Um, no, okay, I won't be fancy with it. I was gonna do like an array to label them, but it's three buttons, and I don't really want to go on my butt to get to my elbow. So we'll label it like red, green, and blue to make this easier to keep track of for later on. In the end, of course, it will all be the exact same um, color. All the buttons will be, but for now, we want to keep track of these things as best we can. Ooh, that's gonna bug me. I'm gonna need to make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, that way I don't confuse those twos. Yeah. And then we can make all the buttons clickable. So how are we going to actually make this thing? Hmm. I'm thinking about a list, and then on click, it should join one and L, or sorry, L approaches join one L. And then on click, L approaches join 2L. So it appends this, it kind of has a memory of sort, at least the buttons are updating a memory. 3L. I think that this will be useful. So, ooh, I'm not sure I like that. Let's make these full buttons because this is gonna um, bug me if it's like half a button at a time. And then maybe I could just erase this. Oh, holy crap. Think for a second, maybe? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So then y is less than this. And then y is greater than the negative version of this. I don't know why that took me so long. It was kind of embarrassing, but we figured it out. So now we're making these buttons whole. This is just an aesthetic thing. I only really want this to look good. And it kind of bugged me that they were. I'll actually go ahead and remove the lines and put this at 1. I was given 0.5, but I was worried that the opacity would be too much and the colors would be blotted out, but it apparently isn't, so that's perfect. So there we go. Okay, 3 more beautiful buttons. I enjoy this a lot more. So 1, 2, 3, and we need a reset button now. So here starts the ever complicated process. And for now, we're going to put it to the side because I feel that this, I'm not going to do the entire array tonight of the calculator because just like the complexity of all this, and I might make a second installment to the series if this does well enough, which it likely won't, but that's okay. But this reset button would be the AC button, I think, or somewhere where I would put it where the AC button would be, rather than to the side like this because it looks weird and ugly. But for now, this will do. At least while we're testing. Okay. So perfect. 1, 2. Ooh. I think I need to flip these two if I want it to go the other way because this goes 1 and then that's the oldest member. But do I want it to be the newest member? I kind of like it the way this works though. 1 and then getting pushed back, getting pushed ahead. It'll be an easy fix. So we'll just see how this goes. Now what? We probably need an operating button too. We need a button to actually do addition, and for now we'll do addition because again, this will go increasingly complicated with more buttons and more, procedures to do and whatnot. And so I'm worried a little bit. So I'm trying to keep this small by doing one operator at a time rather than biting off more than I can chew and doing like, 3 at a time. And I've only set 3 numbers up. I think I'll actually keep this one blue just because that looks better. Because I think that black is gonna kind of does not look horrible. What did I set these at, 2? I guess plus on it was just smaller than this number. I guess numbers are kind of long when you think about it. So on click, we need a result. Results should just be a list. Then we should add one thing to the list. And then we need a display. So polygon x is -2, 4. And then we need 2, 4. And then we need 2, 3. And then we need -2, 3. Okay, cool. That actually bugs me a little bit. Or, oops. Maybe I could. I kind of want to extend that out, like to thereabouts. Would please me. And for really no reason other than it looks good. So we also need a dot there. So what? Like, I guess I'll put it in the center. So 0.5, forgot it was only 1 long. And then here we will display our okay, perfect. This is actually working out much smoother than I thought it would. Let's go zip it to 3. Let's get that really big. So on click, we want R to become join, no, yeah, join L, no, R, and then L1 plus L2. So that kind of worked. I mean, it functioned. I just would like it to do, um, I would like to be 1 plus 2. Otherwise, if I did 12 plus 3, hmm, now it gets tricky. I don't even know if we can do an operator yet, actually, because I want it to say 1, 2. So 10 to the power of length L times L length L plus 10 to the power of length L minus 1 L length L minus 1 oops times L and that should be length L minus oopsie daisy. Just pulled up my transcript on my other computer. I don't know how I did that. Okay, 120. Should not be 120. I think it should be length L minus 1 to begin with. And then length L minus 2. 12. Yeah, I don't know. This is just not really very elegant, though. I'm not really pleased with this at all, actually. I don't know. How would I go about this? I want to be able to put in numbers that are more than one digit without it thinking that it's two separate numbers that I'm going to operate on. I wonder if I can do a. So I'm best. By the way, I'm gonna instead of having one list now, I'm gonna have two lists, each for two numbers, and then I'm gonna have to. I'm going to have to change which list I fill based on whether or not an operator's been pressed. So, for example, I'm pressing in numbers, it'll fill list 1. I press an operator, it switches to filling list 2, and I'll have to then actually start programming in the Desmos programming language for that to happen. So this is going to be a little doozy. Of course I said, um, oh, this has been really smooth, and then I mess it up. So we want to add 10 to the power of length L minus n times L length L minus NY. There's several different arguments. Oh, oops, I multiplied. Plus 1. Did that work? Oh, holy crap. That was lucky. I don't even know. Okay, that was luck. That was purely luck. Okay, so then we're actually going to convert this to, let's keep it actually L. L1. L1 is going to be all of this. God, that's just dumb luck. That's so freaking stupid. Oh, and then I have to convert everything here. Cool, 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 cool. I'm a little ashamed of that. Oops, started just labeling things like I was counting up, and that was going to be a problem later on, I guarantee, because I'm about to make an L2. So I cannot believe that worked. I mean, what? Just L1, R. Okay. So number one is this. Simple enough. I said before I'm about to mess it up again. So L2. So we should have a function called the oppress, as an operator pressed. That's not name it that. We'll just call it the op. So if R has been pressed, then or no, let's join M in plus N2. I will have an N2 soon. Don't you fret. Let's actually go ahead and do this. That way we have everything set up. This is working out beautifully. Thought this would be like a 3-hour video. That's why I started it so early. Okay. Join, yeah. But then I also want the RV to become RV plus 1. RV is going to be, I just named it that. That tells us whether or not an operator has been clicked. And then when we reset for another operation, it goes back to 0. Isn't that awesome? So let's just keep it 0 and 1 so that I remember, but we don't need to actually put these bounds here. So if RV equals 1, then give me 0. If not, give me, or oops. Yeah, okay, yes. So this will give me 0 every time that I want to add it, every time that I press an operator, it'll give me 1. So I'll explain why I did that in a second. So we are going to have this such that L2 becomes join 1 L2, and then times times OP some power of -1. Why did I do that? So this basically means that every time I press this button, the computer will add 1 to L1 and L2. But for L2, it will run through this calculation and determine OP is 0 because I haven't pressed the operator yet. So it'll be 0 over or 1 over 0, which is undefined. And so that operation, the L2 operation, won't run. Once I press the operator, it will then switch to 1 and be 1 over 1, which is totally valid. So it will then join L1 and L2. Although we don't want this, so we want it to be the opposite for this. So it should be OP, oops, OP. So it's 0 normally, so maybe, yeah, -1 to the power of -2. So if an operator, so it's 0 normally, meaning it would be 1, because the power of -2 of -1 makes it positive and then squares it. Or sorry, squares it, making it positive, but it also makes it 1 over 1. So it's like, it's just, this ends up being 1. If OP is 0, which means that we haven't pressed an operator yet, which we want because we want L1 to go if we haven't pressed an operator. Once we pressed it, we want L2 to go. And then when operator equals 1, it'll be 1 minus 1, 0 squared. So 0 over or under 1, meaning it's 1 over 0. So it's undefined. Okay, perfect. Works wonderfully, works wonderfully, works wonderfully. And see, you're seeing how much I'm going into these buttons and doing stuff now. And this is when it should become apparent why I am doing 3 buttons instead of all 9. Both A, the complexity, and B, the amount of work that goes into doing each one of these. Okay. This is actually kind of working out. So, keep itching my tooth. It's not itchy. It's not, but it's like there's something on it. I had popcorn earlier, so that would make sense. And then we'll also have to turn on these operators now, finally. So 1, 2, 3. And when I run this operator, I actually gonna want to clear L2, clearly, because it's putting in infinities instead of undefines. Which I'm worried is gonna happen for the other thing, but we'll see. Let's just see. Oh, it sucks. Plus, okay. I've clearly messed up. It is painfully obvious to me that I messed up. So it's putting in infinity because it's 1 over oof. Would you do it still if I did this? Would you do it? No, like I'm not clearing L2. Okay, that worked out. Okay. So what I did there is instead of doing 1 over 0, I'm actually doing 0 over 0, which is like definitely undefined. I have no idea what to put in. For at least 1 over 0, you can make a justification for infinity, I think. But this one, they literally have no idea, so it's like totally undefined. So 1, 3, 2. Okay. Maybe I really should just write it the same way as I did. So I put in OP. And that's all I did. Okay. So the reset button is also only resetting. Oh, okay, good. That's an easy error to fix. So here, and then I'm going to change that to L2. I didn't need to put in the comma. I think it was already, I put that in kind of the wrong place. Okay. Thought my roommate came in. He did not. 21, 3, 213 plus 132. Oh, I did the same thing on the other thing, right? So let me actually just make a separate operator. OP2, and then switch the 0, come on. That way we don't have to do all this silly business, especially with the issues I was having with OP2. Or with OP, the initial OP. Because I wrote all this fancy stuff expecting it to just go kind of seamlessly. Probably my own hubris because I was doing really well. And pride becometh before the fall. So let's reset everything. Okay, that's weird. What's happening right now? Also, you shouldn't join these two on click. You should let's see. I guess we need an enter. So I'll put R add because we might want to add later. We might want to add whatchamacallits. Think we might want to add other operations later. So this will be our indicator that an add button has been pressed. So then let's make an enter button. Oops. Let's make an enter button. So minus, R add goes to 0. What's up with this? Okay, stop. Oh, because you're undefined too now. Cool. This whole thing was on stilts. I renamed one variable and it all goes to crap. 6. Okay. I'm just a stupid guy. Orange now. 1. So this will be our enter button. Clickable. On click, we want R to become join R N1 plus N2. Ain't that cool? Okay, so 123 plus 123. That's not correct. So I noticed it'd been doing that. Oh, okay, that's fine. I put it to join 2. So it's been putting 2 in for 3. Cool, simple fix. I love when it happens. So it should be ideally 246 when you add 123. 123. Cool. Calculator. Now all that's left is to expand it. So that was my alarm to get my parking pass done, which I already did. So then we can also do r add equals 1, 0, comma 1, power of -1. So this should still work just fine. Okay, I applied it backwards. Perfect. So this allows us to add other operators. So this enter button will be running these things every time. And then that little program right there just means that it won't run it if our add isn't 1, which means that the add button hasn't been pressed, which means we shouldn't be adding. I'm so pleased with this. I'm genuinely so pleased. So pleased I might actually finish the calculator tonight. I've done it in half an hour. I mean, this is like low-key going like really, really, really well. Okay, let's continue on. Since this was actually proven easier than anticipated. And I will go ahead and move you down so that I can slide another thing on in here. -2. And I'll make all the operators black, I suppose. Because it would bug me if they were different colors now. So oops, it was 2, wasn't it? -7. Cool. So then we need a r subtract. So r subtract becomes r. So r subtract +1. Oops. And then we're going to go ahead and make oh my gosh. So just go to 0. Double, oh my gosh, I zoned out. Okay. Holy crap. Okay. This is actually really good. So, and then we're gonna do this. The exact same thing, except actually it's subtraction. Yeah, it's not gonna be reversed or anything. Okay, cool. And then we need to okay. So 12 minus 3. Why is this not? Oh, simple. Okay. Hmm. It's doing the numbers correctly. 3 minus 1. Perfect. So what's the issue then? Is it surely not? Okay. Join R, comma. What's the issue with that? What's the join R? You should be working fine. The subtract button's working wonderfully. I'm confused. 2. The correct answer. Oh, is it this whole dealio? Let's not make you undefined. Let's just make you 0 for now. 1, or let's just clear. 3 minus 1, 2. 3 plus 1, 4. 23 minus 11. 23 plus 11. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. So this should actually be pretty freaking darn simple to implement from here on out. So let's organize our calculator. We're going to do this step by step, actually, because I don't want to mess up any one step and then have this unrecoverable where I'm too lazy to get it back. I say unrecoverable, but it's totally, it would be recoverable. I just don't want to have to do it. If I mess up one thing, I have to like muddle through all this crap and see what I actually messed up exactly. We introduce one variable at a time here in Ozymandias Industries. Okay, here we go. 0, 1. You should be 0. And then we set so pleasant. Oops. I'm having such a grand old time right now. What did you do in college, Dad? Well, I made YouTube videos about math. Go to any parties? I wouldn't call it that. So let's just go ahead and copy this because this is taking way too long time. That's really bad anyway. Okay. Pretty sure I'm forgetting something, but let's try it out anyhow. 3 times 3. Think I was forgetting the multiplication part actually. Yep, it added 0 and 0. Okay, so it should be R. I like how I copied over all R multiplication and then promptly ignored it, and then copied this and then type over R multiplication anyhow. 3 times 3. Okay. So beautiful. 12 times 12. 23 times 23. Wait, is that correct? Wait. 400 plus. Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, let's make our another one. And then the actual like the numbers, the numerals on the middle pad will be the most easy to implement because They do not require much setup. Hang on. I want to think for a second. They don't require much setup by the way of all these lines I have to go through to hook everything up. I just have to copy over a bunch of stuff and then change the number from like 1 to 2 and then do that a bunch of times. So then now the only issue is that this can only really do one operation at a time. Which is kind of unfortunate. But I'm sure I can figure that out in the next installment if you'd want me to. That is the one viewer watching this. What a loyal viewer. You're 41 minutes into a video of me copy and pasting. Why did this? Oh, because I did 0 minus 2. That kind of bugged me. So 3 divided by 3. Something's wrong with you. Nope. So what gives? Did I include a? Let's just see about that. Okay, now you should work perfectly. 2 divided by 2. 2 divided by 3. 2. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I not add you into the? Okay, I didn't. That's also gonna be an issue. Let's go ahead and reset everything now. 2 divided by 3. Calculator, what's 22 divided by 3? That's correct. Cool. Okay. Now let's add in our stars. To hang the moon on. Okay. I think you should be last is the issue there. And then you. I didn't need to reorganize that, by the way. Just realized I was going to take away the subtraction stuff anyhow. So would have just worked out like this. Let's just do +2 while I'm here. And then -2, -2, and then I guess we should add one for 0. There's somehow where it's going to break everything for some reason. Just because 0 always breaks everything. Ever. Just ever. That's a general statement. I get worried about zeros. And then we're going to copy this entire thing over. Make all of these clickable. And then I have another idea for the display at the top. Okay, so let's just remove the lines actually while we're also here, though I should have done it when I was making them clickable, because that would have been on the way, but this way is just going my way. Sorry, I got quiet there for a second. I was formulating an idea in my head for a cool display I'm about to do, and then the calculator will be fully functional. It will look so cool. It'll be actually like user friendly too, which will be nice. Because right now you kind of have to look into the command stuff to see the numbers and stuff. And I don't really like that. So it should be 5. No, you shouldn't. You should be 6. While I'm here, I'll change you. And then 5. And then you should be 7. And then you should be 8. How mundane. Who would be watching this? Comment below if you're watching right now. And if you don't, I'll know that you've just fallen asleep. Comment below if you're comatose right now. Okay. Let's check our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1,000, 2. Oh my God, it works perfectly without flaw. So I'm gonna need to make a folder for this because this is actually gonna be so incommodious. Button labels. And I'm aware that the buttons are just as bad. Like, oh my God, I just opened up my, what did I even do? I don't even understand how OBS Studio works. I'm not gonna touch this. I don't know how, I just figured out how to get my second monitor to do its thing. Like to be a second monitor. I've just gotten a second monitor by the way. And it's sometimes my mouse drags off the corner of the screen and I mess everything up. So this is such a mundane part of this little adventure, this little tryst we're going on right now. Not a tryst. That was. I think that has certain connotations to it. Like I don't know. I'll have to check. I think it just means joyful experience. Well, I'll check later. And then you should be -4. -2. Or you could do it backwards. Sure, you learn that in eighth or honestly like seventh grade, but yeah, you could also mess it up. That would be cool. So oops. 7, 8, 9, and 0. 0, yes indeed. Do we want to do the red, green, blue color scheme all the way down? I know I said I'd make the most in color in the beginning, but I honestly kind of like this color scheme. If that's not too crazy with you guys, if you're chill vibing with that. I mean, I'm of course chill vibing with that. I'm kind of a chill viber. That's weird. That was okay. Here. There we go. So basically, okay, I'm just a chill viber. Okay, I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. So, and then you're gonna be red, green. While I'm on the way down, we're gonna start making these things too large. As in too font size large, not too large as in incommodious. And I should, you know what? Also remove the labels on the way down, the points. Because what's the point in the points? That was kind of a dumb joke. Many good ones are, though. What's a joke if not stupid? This is grade A entertainment. Mr. Beast literally couldn't compete with this. I mean, IMO. And also, I should probably make the reset button labels too. So X is 4, I think is what, yeah, okay. And then your 4, -6, gate. Where are you? What's your deal? -4, 4? Okay. I'll make you purple label, take off this Reese or AC. I, I think that's what the AC button is on a calculator, but now I'm doubting myself. I've dealt with a lot of calculators on my day. Can you tell? Mm. Okay, cool. I kind of move the AC and E down below the 8 and the 9, and then have the operations go all along. But then I have to think. Uh, oh, the things we're willing to do for content. No, I'm not doing this. It looks fine. I'll do it later. I'll do it in the next installment. If you'd watch. I'd love to have you. Comment below. So 444. Yeah, okay, that works. So here's my idea. for my display. I'm going to have the first number here, and then the operator you choose here, and then the second number here. That way you know what you're doing. Sound lovely? Sounds lovely to me too. I'm glad you think so. So this is going to be harder without the button labels, like the axis labels, because it's covered by the buttons. Okay, that was off. Okay, that was even further off. Holy freaking genius. Can you believe I run a math channel? I literally don't even know anything. This is kind of a testament to hope. You know, Pi could do it. An ape could do it. A gibbon, literal gibbon, could do what I do. Mess up algebra. So we just want to scoot you over by 4 things. And I'm way too lazy to actually think it out. So there we go. And then we'll have a little, so 0.5, 1.5, no, 5, and then 1.5, 5. I put a dot there instead of a comma. Cool. Forget basic keyboard typing. Cool. I had a class on that when I was a kid. So I was born that late. What if I call for? Okay, cool. And then blue. Okay. And then think. I'd like to note this took almost the exact same amount of time as the clock did. I can't tell if that's what that means actually, because this was actually went a lot more smoothly than the clock did. I feel like when I made the clock before I made the video, and then I made the clock again and I redid all the issues that I had with the first time, and it took like 2 hours the first time with the clock. So I don't know what that means actually about me or about math or about the difficulty of each project or about my skill in each project. Who knows? Life is hard. So -1, 5. Oh my god, 4.5. Holy freaking bozo. And then 3, 4.5. Okay. Goodness. And then 1, 4.5. Oops. Cool, cool, cool. So I don't know how to fix this OBS Studio thing. I don't know what I did. I'm so scared to stop recording and just have the rest of the video like it just cuts off. Okay. So you should display number 1. And then you're also going to be easy. You should display number 2. We're going to go ahead and boost you up. Boost you up. Let's make your actual text though black because it's the same thing with the actual, just like the main display. and then you're 3, and then you should display. I knew this would be annoying when I did it. I want you to display the thing I pressed. Will you work like this if I do? Um, it's getting to the point where I don't even know how I've done half of what I've done, and I'm just kind of ignoring it because it's worked so far. So it must be correct, right? You won't do that? Cool. Okay. Oh, I know. Genius. Genius. It's genius. It's simple. It's obvious. It's clear. The answer right now is here. We're gonna do something stupid, something easy to do, something painfully obvious. It came out of the blue. So, plus, minus. Perfect. And then we're gonna bam, flash, bang, alakazam out of the orange colored with purple striped, a pretty green purple. I don't know if I don't get copyright for this. I doubt my singing is as good as Nat King Cole's. They probably aren't even gonna recognize it. I can sing the lyrics to a song. That's not illegal. Is it? You wouldn't arrest a man for that, would you? Okay. I don't think people get arrested for copyright either. 123. Oops. Perfect. Plus 89. Exactly the answer I'm looking for. Oh. And you clear it. And you know what? I'm actually so freaking funny that I'm going to do this because I'm really funny. Hi. Hi. Then 125 plus 6. 131. Hi. 00880 plus 6. Okay. Oh yeah, pound. Let's bap, bap, bap. Bing. Does it look good on the OBS thing? Go. And then we'll do bam, 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 bam. Okay, breaks it. Let me make sure I didn't just break it. Okay, cool. 95 divided by 5, 19. Okay. I have my phone. It's only 11:35. What do I do with the rest of my night? See you guys later. Whenever I have another idea for a video. Comment below. I want to do more literature videos, by the way. I just read a cool play called Die Fledermaus. And if you want to do play reviews, I've read a few plays. I'll do play reviews.